Welcome to Destination Central, I'm Aimee Forrest. Now this week we are back in the Bay of Plenty discovering a few established businesses around the region. So let's head on through to our first business. Your chickens will no longer go hungry with Grandpa's Chook feeders, protecting chicken food from pests and weather damage and making sure that you're not tied to daily feeding. Let's go and meet Mark. Hi Mark, now tell us about Grandpa's Chook feeders.
Well, they started in this shed 17 years ago when my dad was frustrated with the rats and the sparrows and wild birds eating his chook food, and it got him motivated to come up with a clever plan, and which started building wood ones that the rats ate holes all through, and sort of it evolved to a tin one and different sizes that we've got now for different purposes and different creatures. And we mainly make them for people using for chooks and ducks and poultry and pheasants, but this system can be applied to any creature because you've just got to train them to step on the platform and access the food, and that's easily done because food's involved. So they're easy to teach if you use the process that we teach people, or we give people to use, with training bolts and bolting it fully open and going through several stages where they get used to it and get confident with the feeder moving, and before they know it they're coming and feeding themselves, and you're not tied to that daily feeding and feeding all those pests and critters that are trying to steal your food all the time.
Okay Mark, so show me how this works.
Look, it's a simple training process that's required. So for the first week, you've got some little bolts we provide, and you bolt it up on the side there, and you lock it fully open for the first week so they get used to eating out of it with no movement whatsoever. So chooks get confident eating out of it in that position. Second week, you shift your little bolts down to your next setting. So it's at a position about there where they can see the food, but they have to step on the platform to get to the food, and they get used to the platform moving a little and the lid moving a little. And after that week, you remove the bolts out of there. The chooks know when they step on there, dinner's ready. It's as easy as that. And you just fill her up from the top. They're weatherproof, you can keep them outside. Easy, it saves money, saves time, and chooks get a better deal, and so do you.
So what makes these feeders unique?
We were the first ones in recent times to have what we call a treadle feeder, where they step on the platform to access the food. And that was a new experience for a lot of people. They didn't know such a feeder would work or was available. So we started with that. And that's what makes it unique. We found out there were similar feeders developed years and years ago that weren't very successful. And now we're at the other end of the scale where there's quite a few copycat manufacturers coming into the manufacture of these similar products because the system is good. It works well, and it saves a lot of money and a lot of time.
And how many chickens are needed to open the feeder?
Look, it is important that just one bird, or whatever you're feeding, whether it's a bantam or a chook or a duck, that one bird can go and open it itself. It doesn't have to take its friends along with it to get its feed. So it's all weight related, so they're actually very easy to adjust if you're trying to feed lighter birds on them. For example, the larger feeder takes around 900 grams of weight to open it. A bantam's about 700 grams, so unless two of them are going together, they're not going to get a feed. So we just counterweight the platform with some extra weight, so it is workable by one bird, which is really critical.
So how do chickens learn to use the feeder?
They learn not through intelligence, because chooks aren't really as nice as they are. They're not the most intelligent creatures on earth, but food is a motivating factor. You don't feed them any other alternatives through that training period. The food that you give them is in the feeder, and they learn to use it there. And it takes the first boldest chook to use it, and then the others follow by. If you add new chooks to your group at any later stage, you don't have to train them. They get trained by the other chooks. We've even heard of chooks being trained just by looking through the fence and seeing another group using them, and they've been given access to it and have knew how to use it just by watching through the fence. So yeah, they aren't as silly as maybe what a lot of people think.
Can you tell us about your guarantee on this product?
Our guarantee, we have a 12-month satisfaction guarantee on it. Obviously that guarantee covers all aspects of our product. The working of it, the reliability, and just the fact that people are satisfied with that it's doing what they had expected it to do. Because in the early years when it was a new product and people didn't have the confidence that it was even workable, thinking their chooks wouldn't be smart enough to work it out, we offered this 12-month satisfaction guarantee just to reassure them that they weren't spending a lot of money on something that wasn't going to do the job. And we get the odd one back a year, but not very many. They work. People love them.
So how can people get their hands on this product?
Well, we're based right here in the shed. This is the nerve centre of Grandpa's Feeders, where it all started, 17 odd years ago. We do sell directly out of the shed, but most of our sales are generated through our website. We've recently started selling our products through the Farmlands chain throughout the North Island. They've just amalgamated with CRT, so that's just all new. We only started last month with them, which we think is a really progressive move for us.
And what is your website?
grandpasfeeders.co.nz.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay.
The guarantee on those Chook feeders is always a good sign of the people who stand by their product. So if you're looking for the best way to feed your chickens, make sure you give the team at Grandpa's Chook Feeders a call. Stay tuned as after the break we check out some more great businesses around the Bay of Plenty. From 21st and weddings through to in-store promotions and corporate events, Party Starter in Tauranga have a wide range of everything you need to plan the ultimate event. Let's go and take a look inside. Hi Janet, now this place feels so happy and colourful, so tell me a little bit of background about Party Starter.
Okay, well the business has been going for about 7 years. It actually started out as a confectionery and balloon shop, and a couple of years ago it just became a party shop. So we sell helium balloons, air balloons, uninflated balloons. We have party plates and cups, you know, just about anything that you could think of for a party. We've just brought in a range of straws, which is really the big thing these days. People like these paper straws. There's also a range of glass bottles, which are really popular for kids' parties. We've got things like balloon displays. We've also got invitations, nappy cakes, centerpieces for parties. I mean, it's just about a case of you think of it, we've got it. If we haven't got it, we'll source it for you.
So what would be your specialties?
Probably the balloons. People know us mostly for the helium balloons. They come in, they order their balloons for their event, you know, like a birthday party or a engagement or a wedding or, you know, all kinds of events. And then they tend to wander around the shop and pick up banners and spangles, which are, you know, numbered frilly things. They buy streamers, they buy party plates, you know. We've got all these things and they just think they're coming to us with balloons and they walk out with bags of stuff. It's really amazing.
And can you tell us about your online services?
The online shopping service has been going since February last year. It's actually really quite a success because we get quite a few different orders off it, people from all over the country. We've even had people buy product from us who are in the UK. We did an arch for a wedding for a lady whose son was getting married at Mount Drury at Mount Wanganui there, and it was completely done online and it was brilliant.
So you cater to areas outside of the Bay of Plenty?
Yeah, yeah.
And what else would you say is unique about the business?
I think it's our variety of product. A lot of the product we've got you can't buy at other places because we either get it from a stockist that nobody has access to, or we actually import some of our stuff as well from the States because we can't get it here, we can't get it from a stockist, so we import it.
And you help with the setup at events?
Oh yes, yep. If someone's having an event and they want an archway done, we do a lot of the inflation of the balloons here, take the archway to them and then finish it off because a lot of people like this sort of pattern through it. So it's all done literally at the event so that it's all fresh and looks good. If you want something and you haven't seen it in our shop, come and see us or ring us and we'll try and source it for you. A lot of times we can get it. If we can't, then we'll try and get the next best thing. But that's not really good enough, so we'll try and get what you want.
So what hours are you open and where are you located?
Okay, we're located at 415 Cameron Road, so we're in the same block as the gluten-free shop. We're opposite Payless Plastics, and we're open Monday to Friday 9 till 5, all day. We don't close the door. And then on Saturdays we're open 9 till 12. And the reason we're only open till 12 is mainly because we're usually working on an event in the afternoon.
And have you got a website?
Our website is www.partystarter.co.nz.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
To create the perfect atmosphere at your next event, take a look at the wide range at Party Starter in Tauranga. If you're looking for a wide range of trophies, awards and medals, or looking for that extra special personalised gift, then Barclay Engravers have it all. Let's go take a look inside. Hi Ian, now tell us about Barclay Engravers.
Barclay Engravers has been in Tauranga for a number of years, especially in this street. I've owned it for 13 years and expanded it from from 2 people up to the 5 people which are currently working in the shop now. And Barclay Engravers is about, as we say, where every achievement matters. Being anyone getting a trophy or an award, brings it in and we can personalise it, engrave it, and make that achievement matter. So when they walk out, we'd like to see happy customers going out the door.
And can you tell me about your experience in the industry?
Experience in the business, it's actually I bought a job actually 15 years ago, and in the engraving business, and self-taught, self-employed. I've actually come from a roading background, so we've just learnt what's out there from other people, and by going to trade shows, we visit Australia regularly to find out what's happening in the market over there. And we just sort of try and work on what the customer needs. It's about the customers and their requirements, whether they want it engraved, whether they want it lasered, whether they want it sublimated. We can do just about anything in that line, yeah.
So what types of materials are you able to engrave?
Well, there's just about anything. There's nothing really we can't touch as such. We're learning as we go along. We've just bought a brand new Trotec Speedy 400 laser, and that's got CO2 and fibre option, and so that allows us the opportunity to laser from plastics to stainless to metal, titanium, sterling silver, brass, just about anything we can touch on the laser. Then we've got our flatbed engraving machines, which again can go into the plastics and woods and metals as such.
So what types of awards, trophies and medals do you have available here?
I think we have a pretty comprehensive range of stock in our shop here. We import a lot of material, trophies, medals from Australia. We regularly visit Australia to see what's coming out new in the industry. And a lot of our product we can cut and design trophies, we can build and design. One in particular we've just done was the Apprentice of the Year woodwork trophy. That was a complete design and build, and quite an amazing achievement to be able to supply something like that.
And you also have a range of gift ideas in store?
Yeah, gifts we cover, especially 21st keys. The 21st is a major for us. We're actually sending 2 to 3 to Australia a week. We've just got an inquiry in from England. We've sent product to Tankard to Belgium. So we're not just New Zealand only or locally.
So tell us about the design and engraving process.
Design and engraving, well that's pretty complicated. And mostly it's people know what they want with regards to, it depends on the material you're using. People normally supply us on a format, being it for instance, let's say a seat plaque in stainless, so they supply us the wording. We'll do a proof of the text as such, email the customer back, let them proof what's been put down, and then bring it back, and then have the material cut to size, and then we'll either engrave on a flatbed rotary or laser etch on our new laser. Name badges is another big one, so that takes a bit of time. It can take a bit of time with colour, colour consultants, getting the right colour match. And with name badges, we can either do that on plastic or sublimation onto metal, or just straight engrave onto ply, our engraving ply. So it's quite diverse, that when each job has its own various way of setting up, a cup to be engraved, with the name 2012, Ian Gain, is setting up, single line fonts and done on a pantograph. That's the only handwork as such done in the shop. All the rest is, computer driven.
And where exactly in Tauranga are you located?
We're in 86 now, on 86 2nd Avenue. We've shifted in a bright new building there. We've been here 3 years as such. And we've got 500 square metres of floor space here, which we're basically filled. And yes, as I said, Barclay Engravers has been in 2nd Avenue for something like 40 odd years. It started out with Mr. Noel Barclay, so we've kept it local in the same street, so a destination shop.
And are you online?
Certainly online. Online being a great customer base for ourselves. Then plus Facebook, starting to learn how to use Facebook, keep up with the young ones there.
What's your website?
Website, just www.barclayengravers.co.nz. And the same applies to emails, anything to email in, is just sales at Barclay Engravers, or just Facebook Barclay Engravers, Pretty straightforward.
So head into Barclay Engravers where every achievement matters. After the break, we check out some more great businesses around the Bay of Plenty and we check out our Winter Warmer July giveaway. For the latest hardware, whiteware and electronics, 100% Fill booth has everything you need. Let's go meet Norman and have a look at their range. Hi Norman, now tell us about 100% Fill booth.
Thanks Aimee. Well, 100% Fill booth has been operating in Te Puke for 30 years. It's an appliance shop and we sell whiteware, New Zealand leading whiteware such as washing machines, dishwashers, stoves, all that sort of stuff, and also brownware, so that's TVs, audio visual, phones, computers, and there's 6 staff that are locally employed here. Not only do we sell you the stuff, we also give you great after-sales service.
Yeah, so can you tell us about that after-sales service?
Yes, well Aimee, we pride ourselves on our after-sales service. We like to treat people how we want to be treated, so if they have a problem with their product, give us a ring and we'll help them sort that out, either by contacting the supplier direct or the repairer, getting parts, etc. Or we'll give them phone numbers so they can do it themselves. We'll go and see them if we need to. So yeah, it's great to be able to do that, and it brings us lots of sales because we look after people.
So what types of products and brands do you offer?
Aimee, we stock whiteware and brownware, as I mentioned earlier. So in the whiteware area, we stock washing machines, dishwashers, stoves, fridges, etc. And they're New Zealand leading brands such as Fisher & Paykel, Bosch, LG, Samsung. It just goes on and on. Where we do have a differential is we have semi-exclusive rights to Beko, which is the UK's largest leading brand of whiteware, and that's proving to be very popular amongst our clients. And in the brownware we have New Zealand leading products, Samsung, LG and Panasonic, and it's really exciting to see the smart TVs and the smartphones and all those things that are coming together this year to create amazing entertainment for our clients. So in our computer range, we have entry level through to higher spec, such as Toshiba, HP and Samsung.
And what would you say is unique about the business?
Unique to this business, it is owner operated, and we are able to set our own service standards, our own prices, and meet the local market as best as we can.
And are you able to deliver?
Absolutely, we deliver. Yes, we deliver from locally in Te Puke, right through to Rotorua, Whakatane if we have to, Tauranga. We get quite a bit of business through the internet.
And what other services do you offer?
There are many and varied, Aimee. It's starting off from, say, computers. If people want to, we can custom build a computer for them and then service that afterwards for them as well. In terms of TVs and AV and all that sort of stuff, dishwashers, etc., we'll go and install all those for people. It means that we can, get to know our clients better, look after them better, and not have a third party come in and not do a very good job and wreck our name. So yeah, it's really great to get out amongst the people and put in these wonderful products and learn more about them and get more excited.
And what about your competitive prices?
Yeah, that's a great question, Aimee. Hey, I love it when people come to us either first or last, seeking out a product. We give them our price, and then they come back to us and realise that, hey, it pays to buy local, not only because we've got competitive prices, but we have great service.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience in the industry?
Yeah, sure, Aimee. I've been lucky enough to be in this industry for about 6 years, and it fitted me like a glove, really. I've always had a passion for technology, and you know, I bought a computer when I was in business, a laptop. It was a Toshiba years and years ago, and because I realised that was the way of the future, I gave one of those to my 3-year-old son Regan, who now works in this, works for our firm as an installer, computer programmer, etc. And I said, here's all I know at 3, and he's taken it on. He's way ahead of me. But one of the things I've always loved is cameras. So I've had the privilege over the years of videoing many people's weddings and stuff like that, and then putting them on DVD for them. So this is just a real good fit for me. I like talking to people, I like helping people. So yeah, it's great to be here.
And where exactly are you located in Te Puke?
Yeah, so we're located right in the middle of Te Puke, next to the post office. So that's 79 Jellicoe Street.
And what is your website?
Our website is 100%.co.nz.
Great, thank you very much. So to deck out your home or business, head on into 100% Fill Booth in Te Puke. Well, that brings us to the end of our day in the Bay of Plenty. Now make sure you let those businesses know that you saw them right here on Destination Central. See you next week. Bye.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.